When I was in high school, specifically 10th grade, I visited one of my best friend's houses for the very first time in Greenwich, Connecticut. And my best friend is Japanese. Both his parents are ex-bankers, so the house they lived in was enormous and beautiful too. It had a swimming pool, a home office, a home gym, and it even had one of those pianos that could play its own music. You know, growing up, I didn't have that many successful Asian American role models, and setting foot into my best friend's home, meeting his parents, I just remember looking around and thinking to myself, this is what I want when I grow up. So we're having dinner, right? And after the meal, my friend's mom gives me an impromptu life lesson. The conversation that we had would change the way that I viewed and organized my life for the next 5 years. Nonchalantly, my friend's mom mentioned the concept of Ikigai. 4 circles, Kevin, she said to me. Find something you love, something you're good at, something the world needs, and something that will pay you well. And at the center of all 4 of these circles is your reason for being, Ikigai. At this point in time, I started mentally filling out these circles on my own. I realized that I love to dance and I love to write, but it wasn't quite something the world needed. And if I was being honest with myself, I wasn't even that good at writing or dance, at least not when I was 14. Nor did I have any idea what would pay me well or what the world needed. But I was determined to figure this out. If not by the end of high school, then at least by the end of college. It only took me 5 years to figure out what is at the center of these 4 circles, but I do think that I've kind of figured it out. There were various eureka moments along the way. When my first student Shams won that Scholastic Award for the first time, when I realized Chinese parents would be willing to pay me $60 to $70 an hour to teach their kids writing and edit college apps, even when you guys wrote encouraging comments on my YouTube channel last month. I think that the most fascinating thing though is how I challenged my previous assumptions. Since my parents had told me from a young age that as a teacher you'll always starve, I had assumed that I wouldn't be able to make a living. But today, I make $100 an hour editing essays and teaching kids how to tell stories. With YouTube, I'm even able to reach thousands, if not tens of thousands of students across the globe with my lessons, and even one day potentially make money while I sleep. This, I realize, just might turn into my living, or even better, my reason for living. The main takeaway here, my friends, is to begin your search today. You watching this video right now marks the beginning of your journey inwards to discover your own Ikigai, your reason for being. Take out a pen and paper and jot down bullet points for each of the 4 categories I mentioned previously. Then start asking yourself some creative, hard-hitting questions. How can I generate money making art that I love? Or how might something I'm genuinely passionate about, something that puts me into a flow state, solve a pressing global need? As you embark on this journey, know that the goal is not simply to find or discover your Ikigai. As hippie Zen Buddhist as this sounds, know that the journey is the end goal, and the end goal is the journey. It's this process of discovering who you are over the next 5, 10, maybe even 20, 30, 50 years that will bring true happiness and satisfaction into your life. All right, guys? Don't forget that. A little bit of wisdom from me to you. Catch you at the next one. Peace.